on, guys? Welcome back to the Ace and BB Show. Historically, we have not done a live stream for the Ace and BB Show, but uh, here it is. Uh, how does this normally go, Ace? Am I Ace or you Ace or vice versa? Who's who?
He's a he's Ace, the
Hunter?
one with the stupid face. The stupid
Hunter?
face.
Wait, is
Yeah,
that Ace and BB?
that's Ace and BB.
Well, last I checked, I'm BB.
I'm tall ass leprechaun.
No, you're definitely Ace. Uh,
Wait,
Hmm,
does that make me tall ass leprechaun?
I
yeah,
guess.
yep.
I
You're a tall
guess
ass
that's what we're going.
leprechaun.
I guess that's what we're going with.
Mm,
I
I'll
guess.
I
take it.
get. I think that's yeah.
Weird.
Why not?
Where's the script?
Yeah, I was just talking to him about it. I
I was
didn't have
waiting
a chance
for
to
it. I
freaking
think he
write
was about
it.
to send it to me.
Uh, I'm well.
No,
I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, we're going
I'm
off
sorry.
script.
Yeah, off script. Uh,
no.
anyways, we have a special guest on the Ace and BB show. Normally it's just me and Ace, and you get to hear our banting and ranting, and it's just me and Ace. But we're gonna add in some more banting and ranting and things of that nature. Tall S Leprechaun's gonna get to talk about some things with us. Uh, anyways, how have you guys been?
I've been doing good. I mean, we just did a podcast earlier, so good.
Kind of strange to see us in the same clothes, right? Probably like less than a few hours ago.
I mean, I would say like different views because earlier we were on a couch together, but now we're somehow in different rooms.
I'm definitely sitting at my desk at this point.
Yeah, same.
Uh, anyways, so gonna bring
Yes,
up. Oh, go ahead, Ace.
I'm doing quite well. Thanks for asking.
Oh, we did ask, but you didn't.
Yeah,
You didn't.
yeah,
You didn't.
yeah,
It was like
You
in
didn't.
general.
You didn't
yeah.
chime in. I didn't
Whatever.
know. I didn't know how to specifically ask. How's Ace doing?
Well, that's
Uh.
what you're supposed to ask.
Oh wow. I apologize.
Yeah.
Uh. Anyways, let's get into some gaming topics tonight on the Ace and BB show. Let's talk gaming.
I don't
Uh,
play games. I don't play games, so I don't
you want to
know.
talk you want to talk about music, or do you listen to
I
music?
don't. I don't play music or listen to music or watch TV or
He only
watch.
has a whole ass piano behind him,
I
or
haven't
a
played that
keyboard
in.
behind him. So
I haven't played that in about 2 days.
I mean,
two whole
we could
days.
start it off with ATS.
Never.
ATS.
I play that in real life.
That's actually a good topic, Hunter, to
That is a
actually
good one.
start off with, because we all Hunter might not, but we should. Me and Ace have our favorite trucks, like
Hold on.
for sure.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Let's jump into ATS. I know. Yeah, we have our favorite trucks and everything. Mine
What? So
is
yeah,
the Mac. Whatever. What's it called
the
again?
Mac Anthem.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That's one of my favorite trucks, or the Kenworth, the older style Kenworth. One of my favorite.
So mine, of course, is the Peterbilt 390. Uh, Definitely one of my favorite trucks. Just gives that old feel, but the new updated interior. You know,
Yeah. You have a
Hunter,
favorite truck, Hunter?
Hunter, favorite truck.
I couldn't tell you what truck I got. I just know I got an A truck.
He just bought a truck. He bought the first truck he can get.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, even though Hunter he has just a truck he bought, um, at least Hunter can finish his job with his truck. Let me just throw that out
Yeah.
there.
Not everybody is able to finish that job.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Uh,
Yeah. about that.
Yeah, yeah. No,
That
don't
that
even
that,
start.
that that's great.
Me and Hunter, I think we're the best at ATS. We finished our job. We follow all the laws. We
Y'all did none of what you're gonna try to name off, and I mean, you
Says the
you
quitter.
literally just pointed a loaded gun at your face. So I mean,
Says the quitter.
there.
yeah.
He's mad that
I'm gonna be transparent. I was fucking wasted, like from the get go. Probably shouldn't never have been live streaming that 5 hour period drunk.
We should have, yeah.
Uh,
I think it's a mistake you called it a 5 hour
I,
live stream, but hey,
how was I
No,
supposed to
he
know?
could have made it a 5 hour.
How was I
I
supposed
mean
to know
you're
that
not
y'all
you
were
can't
gonna do it a 5 hour load in 4 hours? How was
I
I
mean
supposed to know that?
It was only
you
4 hours because you quit. It would have been
I mean
5 hours.
it could have been 5 if you kept going, exactly. So you that is no sir. You're grounded.
Why are we talking about this again? I have
Oh,
no idea why we're.
this was your idea. This topic was on
Yeah.
you.
Well, no, ATS was actually on Hunter to
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I
get
brought it up
blamed.
because y'all couldn't come up with anything.
I mean, this was
No,
ATS. I
no,
mean, we're
it's
talking about
not that we
everything
couldn't
we're
come
saying
up
is
with
ATS
anything.
related.
Yeah,
Everything we're saying is ATS related.
so Ace, what is your favorite trailer to pull in ATS?
Mm, my reefer. Yeah.
That's kind of where probably me and you differentiate on that. I like the heavy loads. I like pulling my
Yeah.
low boy.
Uh, that was a ridiculous thing we fucking pulled. Eh, I don't know. I like my reefer though, so I'm gonna stick with that.
I mean, you're gonna get the most loads out of that reefer.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the most common. Like you can haul dry goods, wet
Eh,
goods, like
Anything really, except
freezer.
for like,
You can pull everything.
yeah,
Uh, I like the low boy just because I can go like to land off and stuff like that and pull the tractors and your literal. I have to have a flagger type of thing. We
yeah.
haven't done that in a minute to where we had pilot trucks.
I mean,
Uh,
that's what I was getting at one day. That's what we should do. We should fill up that freaking 8 person freaking lobby. Do something big. Make it worth the live stream right there.
have the two guys pulling the heavy loads and like have pusher trucks and pilot trucks to where as we're
Yeah.
going to appeal they're pushing against the back of our trailers pushing us up the hill.
Yeah. Okay, so for that, yeah, I think that'd be good. But for the drivers, it's gonna be me and Hunter because
Okay.
we're the best, obviously.
So now I'm left out of being a trucker. Okay.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we did finish the job.
All right, we're gonna switch games then, since I'm just gonna get hated on over here. Just
I'm
gonna,
enjoying this though. Hey, no, I'm enjoying this. Let's keep going.
yeah. Let's keep going on ATS and hate on BB.
Well, why not, right? That's what we're here for.
BB's not used to being hated on.
No, he's usually hating.
Yeah,
Exactly. My point.
normally, historically, yes.
So it's a new perspective.
Yeah.
We can work on it.
I don't like the new perspective. Don't like it. Uh, so, uh, what? How does everyone feel about like we're founders of United Roleplay? Everyone sitting right here, and me and Ace have had this conversation separately on an Ace and BB show. But we have another founder here with us. How do you feel about what's currently going on in the United world and us going to the migration and integrating into their server and becoming a dual community?
Was that directed towards me?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, like
I just want to make sure he never really says. But I mean,
I did like flat out say me and Ace have kind of
I've
had
never
this
heard my
conversation.
name, but he didn't really specifically come out.
We'll
But
make sure to say your
I'll
name
answer
next
it
time.
though. Yeah. I mean, so with our server, I've always said, a group of friends. That's where a server is gonna become started. Is you always start out with your group of friends, and then you grow from there. So, like with me, I always say, as long as we have our original group and we further get more people in, I'm all for it. And that's pretty much how it started with us.
Yeah,
So the fact that you're saying we're gonna migrate in and have even more people, I can't say anything against it. Like that's pretty much the was it further progress. I mean, I don't see nothing wrong with that at all. I think that would just help us continue to grow as well as the other servers.
I agree. Uh, Biggest thing with this, um, wow, lost the thought. How dare I? I'm not gonna speak. I don't know. I think it's been definitely been something doing all this. I'm glad we still have everyone that was here in the beginning. We joined another great server. We met them, and now we have a whole merging thing happening, partnership happening, and really, it's truly amazing how that is. I don't think you really, if ever, seen that before. So it's really something else.
I I mean, we're going from like flashing lights days, with
Yeah,
Alberta Roleplay and having 500 active members to here we are sitting in United, and it was unfortunate that we lost the growth that we had built uh, in Alberta and couldn't bring all of those members with us, and literally just made a name change and went with the group and announced it to all 500 members. But instead, we had to restart and completely rebuild. And we're sitting at what?
80, not even.
Are we sitting at about 80 right now?
I don't know.
Uh,
Yeah,
Let me do
about
let me
80.
let me do a count because I'm a counting person. Oh, damn. Huh.
all right.
Not even
Yeah,
50.
your
Maybe.
number is way low. So
Yeah.
so we're sitting at 47 members, but out of that 47 members, I mean, we hold a normal average patrol between 8 and 10 people. Uh, yes, that's normally a close knit group. And we've had new members join and such since, but I think that the growth will continue to grow uh, as we move forward with this migration and we integrate into a website, something that we haven't had before. We're going to integrate into the website. Uh, we're going to host a separate event server that is a dual community event server, having SAFR uh, hosting on their event weekends and us hosting on ours. Link to the description. Link is in the description below for both United Roleplay and SAFR. Feel free to join either community, both communities. Uh, we coincide together. That's something that we are pushing right now within our communities. Is we're trying to be one big community, and it's something that's unheard of. So, Ace, to merge off of that a little bit, we got to ask Bill some questions with DOJ tonight,
Oh yeah.
uh, and talk about some of the things that he dealt with over there. What
No
was the hot?
comment.
No comment. Are we on there? Uh, United Roleplay got blacklisted from DOJ as of probably tonight. uh,
Who
just
cares?
having a little bit of association with Bill.
I mean,
Yeah.
So Ace, you being from DOJ, how long did you serve in Department of Justice?
Longer than I should have.
So,
That's what
like, what year did you start?
I'm gonna say shit, 2020, 19, 20. But I think like the end of 19. A good minute.
So, what was your
Um,
high? What was your highest?
I started in there. It was me and a few founding members of Alberta during that time. It was good. It was all right. Um, if you like just strict role play, it's all right. But some of the different policies they had and different rules they were coming out with was just not all right. And in my eyes, it wasn't. So
So, did you ever?
you're muted.
Why am I muted?
Get out of here.
So, why did you ever? What was the highest rank you held in DOJ? You you never made it in staff, right?
Into staff now. God no.
Uh, so another question I
They're
asked Bill.
they're very like they're very picky on who they have as staff, which is understandable. But at the same time, you have your staff team. Then a lot of times members are just nothing. You their appeal when you have to appeal like a complaint or something, they're not good at listening to that. Uh, if a staff member said you did something, you're automatically just in trouble. There's no appeal in that. There's no anything like that. You're just in trouble. Doesn't matter if you. It just don't matter. That's about it. It doesn't matter. You did this and you really didn't. Oh, you're in trouble. Who cares?
So
That's what it
some
is.
something that I brought up to Bill was like all of United and SAFR's staff, head administration, and such. All of us are readily available normally.
Yeah,
Uh, did
exactly.
you ever feel that in DOJ that they were readily available, or the way Bill described it is it was a lot of delegating. Uh, so you had your staff, your senior staff, your community
Yeah,
moderators, and such.
yeah, you had staff and training, staff, senior staff, moderators, HA, whatever else they had. I forget now. I forget. I don't care.
But those
But
those but those people weren't active.
they, you had a certain way you would have to contact the staff. Pretty much you would go through like department head and then staff and I don't know. Not everyone was available. That was one of the biggest things. Not everyone is available, so you could be waiting a day or two to get a question answered. Like, and I don't think that's how it should be ran. I mean, with a community of that size during the time, I would understand it would take a little bit, but not days to answer a question or something like that.
I mean, being that big, like you should have your shit together, kind of thing.
I mean, you
Uh,
should have enough staff to deal with the things, but part of the
yes,
thing is the staff members
but you should have
they can
staff
care or
that
they don't have to
you.
care. They can care or don't.
So
They
for
pick.
one, you should have staff that cares. That's a major thing.
Yeah.
But also you should make sure that your staff is knowledgeable and can handle a situation without ever having to bring in senior staff or head administration. Uh,
I mean, yeah.
but you also have to hold a certain professionalism as well, uh, because for one, you built your 5M community to what it is,
Yeah.
And not everyone sees 5M as a business. Uh, not
Yeah.
everyone not everyone sees that. So like you're pouring money into this,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
like you're doing it with no thank you behind it, kind of thing. Uh, is for one, you've got devs, you've got your staff team. Well, for one, without your devs, you wouldn't have anything. Uh, for two, without your staff, it wouldn't run as smoothly as it does. For three, your HA team should be you, between your HA team and your moderators. Y'all should be able to coincide together and be on the same page, but you should also be able to answer any questions before it ever makes it to HA. Uh,
Yeah.
I think that we have a setup process that is clear cut and everyone is easy to approach. Same thing with SAFR. You know who to reach out to, but the difference is our administration team in both servers are readily available. Anyone can be reached out to at any point and can answer a question with uh complete and utter uh I've lost my train of thought, but confidence, complete and utter confidence. They can answer your questions with confidence, uh, and can point you if they can't answer you in confidence. They're going to pull someone in that can, and that's going to point you in the right direction and lead you in the right path.
Yeah. Instead of just like saying whatever, pretty much saying it wrong, saying something wrong.
From my understanding is like having a staff meeting. It's more of what can we pick out that's going wrong. Then in our staff meetings, it's okay. We understand this is what's going wrong, but what can we do to better it?
Yeah.
All right, and at that point, we come up with a solution, and then we have a community meeting, and the entire community knows the changes that are about to happen. Uh, and it's a joint effort. Uh, we sit there and we hold board meetings. So there's people that are set forth on this board, and all of us have the best interest of the community at hand. So we may make a decision, but then the community makes the overall decision at some point. Uh,
Yeah.
I feel like that's best practice. How they are still even running after, and like I told Bill was calling him PC. I'm just going to give him his number. I'm not even going to call him out. I'm just gonna give him a number as if he's in fucking prison. 324. How that is still
Yeah.
running, I have no idea.
I mean,
Like,
yes,
yes, he
but in a,
stepped down and he stepped away, but how are they even still a thing? How are they
um,
still on the map somewhere?
they had someone else take over, so he's gone. He's completely done with that. We're out of there. So,
But he's not. Me and
uh,
you talked about that the other day. Like, is he?
is he?
He's playing
Yeah.
other things that could potentially bring him back into that world.
Yeah, it's a
Uh,
possibility, but
right now he's doing a lot of LSPDFR.
and ATS, a lot of
So
ATS.
I don't get it. Uh, you built your fan base, I guess, and So you're still gonna monetize off of that? You already
Yeah,
monetized off of. You already monetized
years
off of DOJ.
years of DOJ. Yeah, but I don't know. They have they have what they got. Uh, right now, I'm not. I don't think it's a lot anymore. So, yep, it is what it is. I mean,
All right. So I had another game to talk about. Someone else bring something up. I had another game. Someone else bring another topic.
another topic. Oh, I love topics. Oh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about work. Oh, that's the best topic. I have so much to talk about for that.
Well, what you got?
I love my job. Next, go, Hunter.
I like my job because I get paid and I can buy more beer. Yeah.
I have an
Hey.
NDA signed. I have an NDA signed with my the company I work for. Can't talk about it. Sorry.
Oh, is that right?
I actually do. I have an
Oh,
NDA.
oh, good. Wow,
So,
that
does
was
that mean
fun.
it's back to me then for a
That was
topic?
that was a fun conversation. I'm not done
Yeah.
talking yet.
Well, go
Now,
ahead, Ace.
Right.
now I'm done. Go ahead.
Thank God.
You don't want to listen to me.
So I guess if we're coming up with another one, I guess I can name off our favorite game that all three of us really, 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 really like, which is Fall Guys. Ace is really, experienced on this, and me and Vivi, we try to keep up with Ace. It's really tough, but we do our best.
Yeah, what'd you say? I'm trying to listen
He's
to this.
being
What?
modest right
What?
now. He
Children's
really is
game.
being modest.
So children's games are hard for me to play. Uh, Especially when it's puzzles and maps that require you to just make it through a course. Uh, those games really irritate me, and I'm horrible at them. Absolutely horrible.
Hmm.
I mean, so like that's like a Human Fall Flat, which is kind of based from Fall Guys. Human Fall Flat is one of those puzzles where
Oh,
it's not one set,
yeah.
a way to do something. There's different ways to get it done, but you got to have that mindset to where I know what I'm going to do. I know this.
Hmm.
It's confusing at best, you know.
Fall Guys is one of my favorite games.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. Someone was
Yeah,
talking to
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
me and
yeah.
Vivi are working our way up to catch up with you.
He said that.
Oh, good.
Like you always stay in the top, at least the top 10% every time you play it.
Every time.
Yeah, I mean he's so good. He stopped playing so we can catch up.
Yeah, that's what it was. You know,
Yeah,
no one go rewatch the videos or live streams on it. Don't do it. There's no need for it.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
Or
I was gonna say
don't.
I think there
Or
was that
don't.
one podcast where he let us win the majority of it, but
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what I was
yeah,
doing. I've been playing the game for so long.
it's
I'm
hard to
just
get you off of it.
yeah, I'm too good.
I mean,
So
look at the Ace and BB show. I mean, it's been forever since we done one because you're always on Fall Guys.
Yeah, I know. It's all about Fall Guys. It's not nothing else. I forgot we had a 5M server because I was playing Fall Guys so much.
so a hunter, or tall as leprechaun, whatever we're calling you in this one. I have no idea at this point. Um, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Uh, Xbox Game Pass released that day one. Uh, so how do you feel about that? Do you feel that it's going to fall off and it's going to end up being like Friday 13th? or do you feel like it is still going to be a standalone and it has better gameplay than Friday the 13th has? It's not as much of a hide and seek as Friday the 13th was.
So I'm kind of a bad person to ask that because I didn't really get into those games. Uh, with Friday the 13th, that's a good example. Kind of where they started from Friday the 13th to once it was Dead by Daylight to now Texas Chainsaw. They're all pretty much the same to me, where it's just like a different character and a different environment. Of course, you got your different classes, you got your different elements to the game itself. But like those games, like I never could play for too long. One of those experience games where you just play it, just say, "Hey, I played it, I tried it out."
But
Um,
what did you think about having the option, which stood it out
Mm.
in my opinion from Friday the 13th, was you got to choose if you were going to be the family or if you were going to be the survivor. So so that aspect I really enjoyed. Uh, that you got to choose if you're going to be the bad guy or if you're going to be potentially a victim or a survivor.
well, from what I remember, Friday 13, when you're going to the game, you could pick, what you wanted to be.
Well, only one person can be Jason. Only
No.
Oh, yeah,
one
yeah.
person can be
Yeah.
Jason.
But you had the option to join a game to where you search only for that, though. Like if you wanted to play, you had that option.
You could.
Now I will give you this though, like with Texas Chainsaw and stuff, you had the family, so like you had more than just one character that you could play as. You had the whole family that you could choose from if you wanted to play from. I guess the villain aspect
It
for it.
it was more of like a team deathmatch kind of thing. It's more of a team deathmatch kind of thing.
Yeah, because it's not just one versus the other, it's a whole bunch.
So
So yeah, I give you that.
another game to bring up, and I don't know if you've had time to play it, either of you. Uh, the first payday was amazing. It was awesome playthrough. Uh, you introduced it to me. Uh, Tall ass leprechaun. The second one didn't care for it. The third one has went back to its roots, and you're actually in new banks and new heist and coming up with a game plan on how you're going to lay out your robbery. You're seeking out your cameras. You're seeking out your escape routes. Uh, like there's so much planning to go into it. Have you got to play through any of that at all yet?
So we talked about it. Me and you were gonna set a date where we played it. Um, I think the one day that we did, we ended up having to do. We never messed with it, but I had it installed. I just never messed with it.
All right, so we may live stream some Payday 3 tomorrow then. Uh,
Fun.
see how that goes. That was another day one release on Xbox Game Pass. Uh, not that we are not sponsored by Xbox Game Pass, but if they want to sponsor us, shoot let's shoot for the stars and pay me millions, and we'll talk about a sponsorship.
There you
Uh,
go.
but that's been a great feature to have, and getting to try games and such. Uh, Payday 3, I have done. I only played through one mission. Of course, with day one release, it's going to be buggy. Uh, all games are going to be buggy in day one release. It does have its flaws. There are some glitches. There is some connection problems with any new game. The servers don't match up, and it all depends on where you're hosting that server from, type of thing in the world.
I mean,
Uh,
yeah.
and
That's how you
and
figure
being
out what needs to be fixed.
well, being
With
worldwide and
stuff like that.
and this is a cross-platform game.
Yeah.
Same thing as Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's a cross-platform game. Is you're gonna have your experiences to where it's a hard thing to play through. Uh,
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre again was one of those that I personally saw that I can play through one full round, but my second round I'm gonna crash. Uh, don't know why. I run a high grade PC, or considerably almost high grade PC. It may be mid grade. It's close to high grade specs though. Uh, and I have issues. Uh, and I think it's all where servers hosted. Uh, side of things. Does anyone have a game that's getting ready to come out or is out that like you're just waiting to play? Any games on your wish list or anything of that nature? I know all of us depend on Steam, and that's kind of where we get our games nowadays. Uh, Playing on
Yeah.
PC, we've talked about this in the Squadcast before. I look a lot to the indie games now. Uh, because the indie game uh sector is actually growing, and those indie games are actually getting better.
I mean, so like with indie games, they're just different. A lot of games they follow the same path. That's like you're playing the same game, different world or maybe a different aspect to it, but it's all the same. Like indie games to me is like it's gonna be that difference that you pretty much need or want. That's one thing that led me into a couple of indie games and stuff, just because it's different, something that you would never play or something you haven't played yet, and that aspect is like that's gonna be the game you're gonna want to play. Now, there's a lot of indie games out there that probably wouldn't mess with because of like graphics wise or just the way it looks. But definitely indie games is picking up to that point to where they're being more they differentiate, you know, versus everybody else. They have the same game, just with a different title and a different look. So I mean that's where I picked up too.
Uh, I feel that like developer tools and such are becoming more readily available to the everyday user, which is what is growing the indie game platform. Is it doesn't take a huge company to make a game. Uh, yes, the bigger companies do make the better games, but the indie game nation, they have the tools at their disposal at this point than what they had 5 years ago. Uh, so far as and it's hard to give them 10 years ago. I'd give indie games have started growing within the last 5 years. Like they've progressively started to get better over the last 5 years. Uh, because they can run certain engines and stuff and do it straight from a home PC type thing. You can build a game from a home PC. It's not taking a whole entire dev team to do it. You're talking some of these indie games. It's a one dev project, uh, and they're building that entire game with one person.
Yeah, I totally agree with it. Pretty much the definition, right? But kind of going back off what you said, looking for some new games that have came out that we thought about playing that I just haven't had the time to. So actually, I got two. Like you said before, we've talked about it on the podcast. One of them would be Hogwarts Legacy.
Mm.
That's still a game that has been out for a minute that I haven't played, but it's still one of those games that's on my, I guess, do list or bucket list. It's definitely interesting.
It's on a wish list. I'm waiting for the Christmas sale because at come Christmas time, it will almost have been out for a year. I'm hoping
Yeah,
it drops down in
Oh yeah.
price.
I mean,
At least by
yeah,
20 bucks. I'm hoping by Christmas time it drops down at least by 20 bucks. I'll buy
that's
it for
ex-
four. I'll buy
how
it for
much
forty
is it right
bucks.
now?
It's probably still sitting at $59.99, and after tax, you're talking
I,
62,
I
63.
actually think I saw it on sale right now this weekend. I'm not saying it's like a huge discount, but I want to say it was on sale. I mean, like I said, it might be $10 difference, something like that. But
Hey,
another one though, like other than Hogwarts, it was the new Mortal Kombat.
hmm.
So like when I first saw it, I saw Mortal Kombat 1, and my
In light of
first
your
thoughts on it
unique
was
situation,
So
they just did a
joining us
remake
for the
of
fifth
Mortal
year,
Kombat.
we've devised
it's
something
actually in the
extraordinary to ensure
price
your
range that I gave it. Uh, it's actually sitting at $41.99 right now.
Hmm.
Hogwarts Legacy is.
Okay, ain't bad.
So not a bad price for it.
No.
It is sitting on
No,
sale right now. Uh, on the Steam
In light of
store.
your unique
Uh,
situation, joining us as a fifth
I
year,
mean,
we've
Hogwarts,
devised
that would be
something
a game I would like to play one day. It's not like something I would rush to.
so
Um,
right.
it's on sale. It's on sale until November 2nd. Uh,
nice.
30% off.
No. It's a game I might want to play one day. I'm not too sure. Who knows?
It's definitely a game I want to try out. I can't say that I would be like crazy about it, but
I mean,
definitely a
yeah.
game I want to give it a go. But going back to Mortal Kombat though, like with the first, so like when they first released it, they called it Mortal Kombat 1. That's still the name for it. But when I first saw it, my first thought of it was it's gonna be a remake of the very first Mortal Kombat.
in light of
But
your
then
unique
after further
situation,
looking into the trailer
joining
and actually understanding the storyline, they're actually taking it from the last game that it came from and going back in time and pretty much like redoing the storyline. So,
Hmm.
like that right there, to me, it kind of made a difference. It's not like playing the same old school game and they
Yeah.
just try to make it into something else. They literally have a story. So that kind of got me curious because BB he'll tell you that I'm one of those people where grew up on Mortal Kombat. We'll play through the whole game just to get through the storyline and all that. So like I was interested to it, and the fact that they actually have a new storyline, they didn't just remake the first one, that pretty much piqued my interest in it. Like, do y'all have any games that y'all are thinking about maybe getting something that just
Uh,
So,
came out?
but before you say yours, Ace, uh, so to talk about the Mortal Kombat one, uh, curious, just out of curiosity, I'm wondering if they're going to try to do some type of playoff of the movie. Uh, because the most recent movie, they ended it with they're about to get to the competition. They never made it to get to actually fight in battle and go through the championship of Mortal Kombat. Uh, they introduced very select characters within the movie.
From what I've seen in the trailer, it's nothing like the movie was getting at. It's like its own little thing to where they have one person pretty much rewriting history. And that to me is different from the movie itself, like even where it ended. So I don't think it's going to pick up from the movie, which I don't think any of the movie and games ever related came together on that. But I do, like I said, it piqued my interest. Like it's something from the last game, it held interest, and this one it just seems different. Which all the Mortal Kombat, I guess, you could probably say that about.
Probably that'll probably be another one that I'll wait. I'm not gonna buy it on release.
Yeah,
Uh, but I'm curious if they'll continue with the multiplayer type of style that they did to where you can beat it together, uh,
sure.
or if it's going to be more online based. Because a lot of games are going online based. Uh,
mhm.
Majority of games are going online based, and your people, kids. I'll put it that way. Kids uh, won't grow up like current day children won't grow up on playing a game through a story. And I think we've talked about that before in a podcast as well, in one of the squadcasts possibly. is you're gonna miss out on playing a game through the story and actually learning about the characters and the character development that was created. There's
Yeah.
That's a thing that a lot of games are lacking now is there's no character development because there's no story.
Yeah.
Let's just release it and go online and be done with it, and everyone can just do whatever the hell they want to. Of course, Mortal Kombat is going to have a story. Uh, that's inevitable. It's going to have a story, but are they going to continue their legacy the way they've done through all of them and let you be able to play through with like me and Hunter, like on our own, passing the controller back and forth? Uh, or is it going to be more of you play through the story on your own, and after that it's all online? Uh,
Yeah.
See, like that to me, like I've always been a storyline person where I'll play through just the storyline part. And Call of Duty, I guess, would be a good example of that, where you can play through the campaign, and it has its full storyline if you want to play through that.
Yeah.
But then, of course, there's the multiplayer aspect where everybody wants to play. That's what the
well,
most time spent is going to be on.
so
Well, yeah.
that's why Call of Duty went away from a storyline. So
Mm.
I mean, you've got what is it?
I mean, did they though? I mean,
They did.
Well, Call of Duty.
they still had their campaign. They just have more focus on
No,
multiplayer.
the newest Call of Duty
What is the newest
The
one?
newest now or newest back then? Because they're still remaking a lot of Call of Duty games.
I mean, yeah,
it's not even
but
that they're remaking it. They're calling it
Mm.
the same name, but
I mean, remaster, I guess.
remaster would be a better word.
Yeah, I mean, it still
but
has its storyline too, though. Plus added content.
so
Too.
you had Call of Duty Battleground. Uh, they completely went off story because they wanted to compete with Fortnite and
Yeah, I was gonna say Battlegrounds is kind of hard to
uh,
call that another
well,
Call of Duty.
Call,
'Cause
Call
this
of
Fortnite,
Duty
I
decided they
mean,
had to, Call of Duty decided they had to take a turn somewhere and say, okay,
yeah,
well, this is where our clientele is, which is completely understandable. Like you have to put yourself into the current situation and what the times are. So let's create a game. All right. So let's create a PUBG. Let's create a Fortnite. Let's combine those two, but it's going to have better graphics. Okay, yeah, you did it, and you released it, and it's free. But you're where's your clientele? Okay, yes, your clientele is your online players. But guess what? I don't want to play in a lobby with a fucking 100 people.
well,
Like,
yeah.
what? I want to play in a line with 100. I'm gonna play in a lobby with 100 people, and 50 of those people are fucking camping me and fucking spawn killing me immediately when I go into server. Okay, guess what? At that point, the when I bitch about that, guess what I'm called? Oh, it's a word that you haven't heard in a minute, and I don't even know if it's the current word. There's probably a new word for this word I'm about to say. I have no idea what it's fucking called. But guess what? I'm a noob. I'm a noob
yep.
because I'm not good. I'm not good at the game. I want to play the game as the game's intended, but you camped and you're a son of a bitch because you spawn killed me, and you're like, oh, all that matters is my KD. That's where online starts to like piss me off a little bit. Uh, Something that I learned many years ago, and Hunter can vouch for this. Uh, you can't do it as far as I know, you can't do it in Call of Duty Battlefield. But it was easier to actually play in instead of like regular team deathmatch and regular free for all. It was easier to play in Harden, uh, just because it was a free for all advantage. Everyone had everything the same, so it was literally a test of skill at that point. Uh, it wasn't the bullshit that they added in inside of that. I'm with Hunter though. I missed the story mode of Call of Duty.
See, they still had that. That's what I'm getting at. Is like that one game. It was just to compete with Fortnite, but the others they're still there. Like I've bought the recent ones, which was the Modern Warfare remaster.
They're still continuously updating, kind of like Grand Theft Auto 5. Like you're beating a dead horse at this point. Uh, is let's continue to update a game just because you have a player base. Uh, Now, I'm sure there's people that probably spend money on Battleground and just because it was a free game. Now, I might sound like a hypocrite at this point. Is there's a game that me and you play, Hunter, that's free, uh, and it's Prop and Seek, and people bitch on Prop
Ooh.
and Seek because we spent $5. It was a donation. It wasn't even required, but we spent $5, $10, whatever it was, and we got a rocket launcher, we got grenades, and we got a jetpack.
I
So
think that's something we should do soon.
you have people that bitch about, oh, he has a jetpack, oh, he has a rocket launcher. That's an unfair advantage. This is a free game. Why would you spend money on it? That's a lot of all those questions are things that come up inside that chat. The thing that I love most about Prop and Seek, I don't have to listen to you, bitch. You're typing in fucking chat. Do I play into the chat? Most of the time. Just because I like to fuck with people. It's something that I can ignore, though. I'm not listening to that annoying 12-year-old that
voice chat.
that he's up way past his bedtime, and when his mom catches him watching, for one, adult films that he shouldn't be watching while playing Prop and Seek, I don't have to listen to it.
Yeah.
I mean, with something like that though, like, all right. So for me, I can't get into Fortnite. I'm not gonna play the Call of Duty Battleground. But Prop and Seek has something on its own level to where it's Prop and Seek. That's the whole game. Yeah, I know Call of Duty has the Prop and Seek mode or whatnot, but Prop and Seek that's all it was about.
Well,
So to make that one game and to make it free, I'm gonna play that over Fortnite or Call of Duty Battleground because of that.
I left out the most important thing with Prop and Seek. So paying that little bit of money into Prop and Seek gets you a second spin on your prop selection, and that second spin normally is an item that is going to fit in with the map. So then you get people that are like, oh, he's cheating. All because I got to select a certain prop. That just
I wouldn't
doesn't.
even say certain prop. You just get more chances
It
with a better
it just doesn't make sense to me. How you can judge something off of that? Okay, yeah, I spent money, but where did I become a cheater? Where do I have an advantage over you? Yes, I spent money on the game, but you had that same opportunity to do the same exact thing.
I mean, like I said, that's the one aspect that it differs from like Call of Duty or Fortnite, but Call of Duty Battlegrounds is that it's a whole nother game. It's something that hasn't been made into a game before. You have your modes like mini games, stuff like that. But I mean, Prop and Seeker was on its own level to where we can just jump in and we know what we're about to play. We know what we're about to get into. Whereas Fortnite, you know, Call of Duty Battlegrounds, it's to me that's a moneymaker. Just because you're gonna get all these little kids that want all these different skins for their character. With Prop and Seek and stuff, it's not like that. Prop and Seek, you're really just paying for the access, and even at that, you're still doing a skill base. Yeah, with that access, it doesn't help you much. It just gives you a better chance.
So I mean, you still have people that spend money on Prop and Seek, and it sucks that like you do spend the money, but you get no updates. That's a game that's no longer going to be updated. So you're still going to have people that spend the money. They play it the correct way,
Mhm.
but at that point, who's getting the money? Why if you have a fan base of it, why are you not updating it anymore? Why are you still sitting in alpha?
Yeah.
I like you hadn't even made it into beta. You went into alpha.
I mean, at that point though, it's still a free game. Like I can understand your point if they were charging for it, then yeah.
Well, but you still have you can still buy in-game currency.
Yeah, but I mean, any games like that, any free game, they're gonna still have that where you can
But
buy in.
but like I said, you still have hundreds, thousands, whatever people that play. Now it's not as big as I just said. It's not hundreds and thousands. Your lobbies are max, uh, what 20 people in a lobby, 10
But you
people,
got you get you
12
got
people,
those people
something like
still
that.
playing that game though.
But you still have 500 people in your waiting list, like waiting for a round to start, kind of thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand that, but if all 500 of those people uh all bought the pack, you know, you're talking 5 grand. If everyone bought it in the same night, you're talking 5 grand. I can guarantee you they're making at least $10 a day, at least, just because that's what it costs to have the jetpack, the second spin, the 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 rocket launcher. Like, you're still at least making $10. When do you eventually say, okay, I've got enough player base? Like, you've had knockoff games of it. One in particular has become a bigger name and is not near as good. Prop Night,
Prop Night
not
is the
near as
best
good.
game in the world.
Not near as good as
Are you
Prop
sure?
and Seek. It's not near as good.
I was like,
Mm,
was it
fine.
Midnight Prop Hunt? It is trying to integrate the ghost
Uh,
and all that, which I'm not gonna say is a bad game, but it's still trying to pick off for that as well.
I like Prop Night though.
I enjoyed Midnight Prop Hunt. I enjoyed Midnight Prop Hunt.
Yeah, I like Midnight Prop Hunt over Prop Night. Sure. Prop Night to me is gonna be the
Or
lowest out of the
Midnight
three.
Ghost
Mm.
Hunt. That's the name. Midnight Ghost Hunt.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Midnight Ghost Hunt. Uh, but anyways, Ace, you had something.
Yeah, like 35 minutes ago.
Hopefully you didn't forget.
Yeah, I'm old, so I forget everything. So leave me alone.
Welcome to my world.
He's talking about old. We're only 40 years older than he is.
That's true. Oh,
Forgot.
yeah, of course. I'm good at forgetting. I'm too old for this.
Do we need to repeat the question as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
It doesn't. It doesn't really matter. We're about out of time, anyways. Didn't have
You
much
see
of
what he
eight.
does?
Didn't
He
have
just wants
much.
he wants to cut me out like that,
Oh
but
well.
whatever.
Do you have something or what you
Just
got, Ace?
just forget it. Just cut
What you
me
got?
out.
What you
He's
got?
cut
What you got?
he's cut me out of the Ace and BB show.
What you got,
Ace is
Ace?
done. Ace is out.
Ace is out. Ace is out. I'm looking for a new co-host to the Ace and BB show, but you have to go by Ace. So if you want to put in applications, click the United Roleplay link in the description below, and Ace will actually interview the new Ace.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so if you want to join that, let us know. Uh, do you have anything, Ace?
No,
You really don't.
no.
All
Oh
right,
yeah, we were
guys.
talking about nope, we're gonna just keep going now. We were talking about games, and I had a game.
Do you have it?
Yeah, of course I do. You don't think I? Oh fuck! I forgot to
Oh,
write it down.
he
It's
forgot.
the Crew Motorfest is what it was, I believe.
Is that the new one?
That is the new one. I do want to play that. I think.
That one did look really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Like
agree.
the Crew Motorfest is competing with Gran Turismo and uh
Yeah.
I w- Gran Turismo is obsolete at this point. Uh, Forza. It's competing with Forza.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know
Forza.
that Crew Motorfest looked better than the most recent
Yeah.
Forza for sure.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. It looked real good. That's something I do want to play at some point. Oh, I did have a question. Have you ever bought a game like right when it came out? Like you just couldn't wait until it went on sale. You just wanted it like right there.
Yep.
It's been a minute. Uh,
Yeah.
What
Been a
what
minute.
was it? What was it?
I have not purchased a full price game, and
Mm.
this is something that I don't think you were in that podcast, but it was in a squadcast. I have not bought a full price game since midnight releases were still a thing. Uh, Grand Theft Auto 5 was probably the last game that I paid full price for,
Mm.
like off the shelf.
Now, are we
Yeah.
talking about like getting it as soon as it released, or just paying a full price game?
I mean, like right when it releases. That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, mine would either be like a Grand Theft Auto, it'd be Grand Theft Auto 5 or a Call of Duty game, one of the two.
So, like me paying full price for a game after it releases is kind of different. Yes,
I mean, yeah,
I
that would be
have,
different.
I have bought a game at full price over the last few years, but a game at release, it was probably
It's
Grand
been a
Theft
while.
Auto 5. It was probably Grand Theft Auto 5. That
Yeah.
was that was the last game, and maybe I'm wrong. Like Hunter said, might have been a Call of Duty. Not sure which one. But it was either Grand Theft Auto 5 or Call of Duty, and I sat in the midnight release uh, crowd for it.
Hmm.
GameStop days, boys.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, what are we thinking about GTA 6, people?
I've been waiting for it for a couple of years now.
Just a couple.
Just a couple.
Yeah. I mean,
Rockstar
GTA 5 kind of filled in.
Rockstar's only way behind their timeline of when
Yeah.
historically a Grand Theft Auto game is supposed to have been released. Uh,
Yeah.
I don't even. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, no, I'm not even gonna touch base on 6 at this time.
All right. So what about this?
You just have
Would you
speculation.
get it? Would
What?
you get it though?
Would
I'm not saying right at release, but would you?
At some
would
point,
I get
maybe.
6? You let me know when 6M comes out, and
There you go.
we might talk
Exactly.
about it.
Yeah.
I've got to watch gameplay. I've got to see
true.
what the storyline is going to be like. If they
That's the big
continue
part
if
about
they
that.
continue a storyline, I'm sure they
Mhm.
will. Rockstar is notorious for stories.
Yeah.
Anywhere from Grand Theft Auto series to L.A. Noire,
That was a good one.
all the way up to Max Payne's. Like the Max Payne's had good storylines.
LA Noir, I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Everyone enjoys L.A. Noire. Uh, I don't know. 6. I don't even want to comment on 6. At that point, I'm just feeding it. Am I going to get more views for talking about 6? I've got 2 viewers right now. just talking about GTA 6. It's going to be a
Well,
letdown, guys. It's going to be a letdown. Just going to say
Yeah.
that to my viewers. It's going to be a letdown. The map's going to be actually, they keep telling you it's going to be twice as large as GTA 5, but it's actually going to be twice as small. And no one realizes that. Oh,
What they
Yeah.
don't tell you is that it's gonna be a DLC thing. You actually gotta buy in for it.
my subscribers are going down right now as we speak. Just making that comment. But anyways, guys, we have been at the Ace and BB show for over an hour. You haven't heard much from Ace because Ace is in his own little world. But me and Hunter kept the show going. But till next time, I'm the Delta BB.
I'm
Oh,
me.
that's Leprechaun.
Don't ever talk before me
He
or try
he,
to.
he still doesn't know his identity. So you got the Delta BB.
You got me.
Oh, that's Leprechaun.
Well, if you let me write the script, I would know, but I didn't have time. You said we're doing it now, idiot.
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 Unfortunately, that's South Coast Ace. But I am
Oh,
holding interviews. I am holding interviews for the next South
Oh, it's right
Coast
behind
Ace.
me. I didn't look behind me. Sorry.
Holding
I'm gonna-
interviews for his name. If any of you feel like you can hold up to Ace expectations, he's actually going to do your interview
No,
to replace him.
my name.
So,
Yep, my name is trademark now.
that's doubtful. All right, guys.